Good morning. How are you? We are going to do our hello song. We're going to do our otter pledge, take our big breaths, and we're going to be ready for our last day of the mitten. It's been interesting. We've read the big book about the mitten. We've read some little books about the mitten. We've put some animals in the mitten. We've done activities where you can cut and make your own mittens. It's been a full week of the mitten. I hope when you go outside and it's cold that you put your mittens on. Don't lose them. They'll get all stretched out because the animals will want to get in and get warm. That's what it seems like from our stories, right? Oh my goodness, that would be crazy. So let's get started with our hello song. Hope you have some room to move so you can warm up your body.
Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Can you stretch up high? Can you touch your toes? Can you turn around? Can you say hello? Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet? Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet? Can you stretch up high? Can you touch your toes? Can you turn around? Can you say hello? Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet?
All right. Now we got our bodies warmed up, right? So here we go. So let's do our otter pledge, okay? So it makes us feel so much better when we remind ourselves, I am safe. I am loved. I am strong. In otter words, I got this. Remember, you've got a control of your big feelings, right? You remember you take your deep breaths and you can welcome your feelings and calm down, right? We'll talk about that tomorrow with our Feeling Buddies lesson. But let's get our breathing done so our brains are ready to learn. I think I'd like to try pretzel today. So we can do that sitting on the floor. You can crisscross applesauce your feet like a pretzel. Put your hands out and pull them in. Take a big breath. 1, 2, 3. I feel calm. I hope you do too. So we have done several different versions of the mitten. But in all of those stories, Nicky, the little boy, has lost his mitten. He's lost his white mitten in the snow, right? Oh my, I wonder, how would you feel if you lost something special that your grandma had made for you? Would you feel sad? Would you be worried that you might get in trouble? Yeah, I know. So here's Nicky. There's Nicky again, and here's Grandma. Nicky says, I want mittens that are as white as the snow, Grandma. And Grandma said, they're gonna be really hard to see in the snow. So if you drop one, you might not be able to find it. It might be camouflaged into the snow. Don't lose it. If I work hard at making these, please don't lose your mitten. And what happened? Nikki walked outside and pop, dropped a mitten in the snow. Uh-oh, there's his mitten right in the snow. It's hard to see because they are the same color. Pretty soon, a mole and a rabbit saw the mitten laying on the ground and they said, "Ah, that looks nice and warm and cozy." So they got in, into the mitten, the mole and the bunny. Mole, bunny. Oh, look, they're in the mitten. Next, a hedgehog and an owl came up. They wanted to be warm too, so what did they do? Yep, they got in the mitten too. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4 animals in that mitten. And along came a badger. Lots of my friends think that looks like a skunk, and that's okay. And a fox. What are they going to do? Yep, they're going to hop in that mitten, right? They're going to jump right in that mitten. Oh no, here comes the big bear. And he says, "I want to be warm too." So he squeezes in the mitten. Look how big that mitten is now. Oh, look, there's a little bitty mouse. He's sure to be able to fit in there, right? Here comes the little mouse. And what does he do? He sits on the bear's nose and it tickles. And then, oh, oh, achoo! He sneezed out all the animals. They all went whoosh all over the place. There's a bear and an owl and a mole and a hedgehog and the rabbit and the fox and the badger. There's his mitten flying in the air. Oh! Nicky grabbed his mitten and he took it back to the cottage. Grandma looked at the mittens and said, "Oh boy, one is small and the other is big, right? Yeah, one is little and one is big. Oh my." So we saw that story again, right? Now we are going to retell the story. We're going to retell the story, okay? Well, let me share the screen. So I will do it this way. Here we go. We'll open that. Share the screen. Now I'll share the screen. There we go. Now I got it. All right. So look at this. It's not as big as I want. Let's see if I can. There we go. I can make it bigger. That's awesome. Okay. So let's see. What happened first in our story? Can you see the pictures? Yeah. Nikki said, "Grandma, will you please make me some snow white mittens?" Right? So she did. She made him some mittens. Then Nikki went out to play. And what did he do? He dropped his mitten in the snow, right? Yes, he did. He dropped his mitten in the snow. That goes on number 2. Number 3. Who got into the mitten first? It was the mole and the rabbit, right? Here's our rabbit. Where's my mole? There he is. And my mole. The mole and the rabbit got in to the mitten, right? See if I can move this up here. There we go. And I can come down here. Okay. So the mole and the rabbit got into the mitten. Next, who got into the mitten? It was someone that was prickly and someone who says, "Hoo, hoo." Yeah, the hedgehog and the owl got in next. Okay. Next, we had the skunk or the badger and the fox, right? Do you see that picture? Here they are. That was 5th, right? Then came the big brown bear. He got in. And who tickled the bear's nose? Yeah, it was the mouse. The mouse got in and tickled his nose. And then the bear went, choo! And they all flew out of the mitten. Nicky found his mitten. And then he brought them back to his grandma, who saw one was big and one was little, right? Yeah, that is what happened in our story. Wow. We told our story over and over and over again in a bunch of different ways, didn't we? Yeah, we did. So, but some things were always the same. We had lots of animals in our story, and we had Nicky and his grandma making a mitten, right? So let's see if we can remember all of these things in the story. I think I need to go back here and close it so you can see. So you can see the pictures. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's see if you guys can answer these questions, okay? What did the boy want at the beginning of the story? What did he ask his grandma for? Mittens. He wanted white mittens, right? Who knitted the white mittens for the boy? Did the owl do it? No. Grandma knitted the mittens. That's right. What did the boy drop in the snow? Did he drop his hat? No. He dropped his mitten. That's right. Okay. Who was first to get into the mitten? He's gray. He has a cute little nose and little tiny eyes. He starts with the letter M. It was a mole. Oh, who wiggled in second? Who is number 2? They hop and they have big ears. Yes, it was the rabbit. Rabbit was second. third to get into the mitten. He's brown and he's prickly. And he starts with the letter H. Hedgehog was third. Then fourth is a bird. His big eyes, and he says, "Hoo, hoo." Yeah. Fourth came the owl. Fifth. The fifth one is really called a badger. But in these stories, he kind of looks like a skunk. He's black and white. He was the next one, the fifth one in the story. Oh, next, the sly old. He ate the gingerbread man. He is orange. He is called a fox. He starts with the letter F. Fox was the next animal in. Ooh, number 7. The 7th animal is the biggest animal in this story, and he's brown and he roars. That's right. It was the bear. The last animal to get into the mitten is little teeny tiny. He starts with the letter M. He's a mouse. Yeah, the mouse. Last one in the story to get in the mitten. Uh-oh, what animal sneezed? Yeah, the bear sneezed. He was the biggest one, and he went achoo, and they all went flying. What else went flying in the sky besides the mole and the rabbit and the hedgehog and the owl and the badger and the fox and the bear and the mouse? Yeah, the mitten flew up in the sky. That's right. Wow, guys, you have done great remembering all of those different animals and the order that the story went in. That is amazing. I am so proud of you. And I will see you guys next week.